Hey everyone! I just wanted to announce a little project that I'm announcing. I wanted to do this last year, but I just didn't have the time, and I also thought of it halfway through October. Basically, I love Halloween. You might know that about me, or you might not, but I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. I love scary stories. I love scary movies. But I wanted to announce a little project thing that I guess you can participate in. So for the month of October, I'm going to be uploading every day. I have a few skits already planned that I'm going to film, and I have a few short stories that I'm going to write that I've kind of started writing already. But I did also want to give the option to you guys. If you want to write a short story or poem or written thing, script, I guess, you can write one and send it to me, and I might use it during October. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it, honestly. I'm just gonna exposit on that a little bit, but yeah, I love Halloween. I want people to write things. I love when people write things. I love writing, and I would love to kind of narrate these and give people the option to listen to something they might not normally listen to. I do also have some artist friends who have offered to help, or who I've kind of coerced, forced, not forced, who I've reached out to, who have kind of offered to kind of animate some of these if they're ones that I'm like, oh, that would be cool animated. Um, so yeah, so you can submit a short story, and I'll either just straight up narrate it, or it might get turned into some kind of little animation. Um, I know I've gotten a handful of comments in the past of people who are like, oh, you should read like creepypastas or scary stories, and now's the chance to do that. I That is something that I'd wanted to do, but I don't want to kind of put myself in a box and do just that. So instead, I'm going to put myself in this metaphorical box for this month, for October. That's why I'm announcing it now. So you do have about 2 months to do this if you are interested in doing it. There's no minimum length for what you can submit. It just has to be some kind of written thing that I could, read out loud, or something I could act out. Like I said, a script. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, there's a lot of rules I got. Not a lot, but yeah. So for this, I'm just going to say up front, the maximum length that I'm going to allow, I'm going to sound like an English teacher, but the maximum length that I will allow is as of right now, 8 pages, size 12 times New Roman 1.5 spacing. That is the maximum length, just because 8 pages is a lot, and I'm a slow reader, so that would probably take me at least like probably 20 minutes, 20 minutes to read, probably longer though. Um, but yeah, so anything shorter than that's fine. If you want to do like 2 or 3 poems and then send those, that would be cool. Like I said, it's kind of anything goes, with some caveats, with some rules I'll get to in a second. But yeah, it just has to be somewhat Halloween or fall related. Like I said, I love Halloween, but I love fall too. Fall's my favorite season. Um, and yeah, I just want to give people the option to do this. So I'll go over the rules next, and then at the end I'll just kind of ramble a little longer. Um, but yeah. So for the rules, there's that one about the length of the story. The next one would be the content of the story. Just to keep it kind of in line with what I have on my channel already, the kind of vibe I have. I just don't really want a ton of like excess like gore and gross stuff. A little bit is okay here and there, like, oh, this person, her head got ripped off, or her gut spilled out, blah, blah, blah. But if that's your whole story, I'm probably not going to include it. If that's like one, like, oh, that's the climax of the story, is this one horrible thing happens to someone, then yeah, like that's, it's good writing. That's a good story. But if it's just a whole, 8 full pages of like gore, 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 I'm probably not going to include it. Same with like, I guess it's not worse than gore, but swearing. If your story is just a ton of swearing the whole way through, I'm probably not going to include it. A little swearing's okay here and there. I know I swear, but I try not to on my channel. I do on other people's channels, but yeah, a little bit of swearing's okay here and there. It's a good sprinkle on the ice cream cone, but I wouldn't have sprinkle flavored ice cream. So there's that. There's those two rules. Yeah, and then just also in line with those, just any sort of like edgy or touchy subjects, I probably won't use it just because I don't really do that kind of stuff on my channel. Um, that's really the only rules I had for the actual content of it. Um, and then for formatting, so I went over that. Other than that, I think that's really it. That's all I really had for the like actual formatting of it. For the submission. So where do I send this great story that I'm going to write? You can send it to trentmonthofhalloween@gmail.com. It's my name, then month, then the word of, then Halloween, then @gmail.com. I'll put it in there below me. I should have done that the other way. But yeah, trentmonthofhalloween@gmail.com. That's where you can send these. When you send them to me, I need 3 things from you. 3 things. I need your name or username or how I call you in the video or the description of it. I need that. Or if you can be anonymous if you want, just specify anonymous. Then I need the title of the story or the poem. For each one, if you send in a few different poems or a few different stories, I would just need the title of it just so I know what to call it. And then finally, the actual story itself. And that, if you're going to send that to me, please listen. It has to be either a Google Doc or a PDF. A Google Doc or a PDF, just so I don't have 100 different formats and files all over my computer. Just to keep it simple, those are what I use the most. So I don't use PDFs a lot, but a Google Doc that's probably the main one. I don't have Microsoft Word at the moment, so if you send me one, I might not be able to open it. That's kind of why I'm saying use those two. Or if you send me some weird Word program that I've never heard of, I won't be able to open it. So those are the 2 ones. And don't just send me a long frickin' email with your whole story, because that would just be hard to read. And that's really it. Yeah, that's really it, I think. Wow. I'm excited. I love reading and I love writing. I know I don't really write when I make videos or when I act in videos. I don't usually use scripts. I use them for some things, but I love writing. So, and I love Halloween. I've already said that a couple times, but I love Halloween. I got a freaking Halloween hat. I don't want to move it too close because I don't know where the focus is, but I love Halloween. So, and like I said, I have a couple skits planned that I'm going to do, and then I do have a couple short stories that I'm going to read as well. So, each day it's kind of it's going to be a wild grab bag of Halloween and fall stuff the whole month, every day. I'm very excited for this. Also, I know I haven't uploaded a ton lately, so this is also to kick me into gear and get me to do that. So to upload more, because I've been slacking hard because I've been doing a lot of stuff, a lot of other stuff. But yeah, that's the basic announcement and the rules for the announcement. If you don't have to watch the rest of this, I'll probably just ramble about Halloween and writing for the rest of this, so you can listen if you want, or if not, you are free to go. Class is dismissed. And for those of you who want extra credit, you can stay and listen to the rest of this. So, but yeah, like I was saying, I love reading and writing, and I haven't done a ton of it lately because I've been very busy with other stuff. Excuse me again. So yeah, it'll force me to kind of write again, something I've kind of stepped away from for a little bit. I'm excited for poems. I hope a lot of people do poems. I hope a lot of people do this in general. But yeah, so one of my plans for it is, depending on how many I get, I'm hoping that I'll have more than 31, so I can do one a day. I do have my skits as well in there that I'm going to be doing, but I'd like to have like longer, 45 minutes where I read like a full short story or 2 full short stories, and then some 20-minute this is 10 poems or something. That's my goal, is just that, something like that every single day, and then a couple skits that I'll do That's like the big goal. What else? I guess places for inspiration. If you are still here, um, I love Ray Bradbury. A lot of his stuff isn't really horror. It's more of that early, 40s, 50s science fiction kind of writing. Ray Bradbury is my favorite author. Um, and yeah, any of his short stories would be a great place to start. Like I said, I'm kind of it's very loose what the genre of these videos will be. Like I said, it's going to be a wild grab bag of just, scary Halloween or, oh, a poem about pumpkins. I just want it to be a mix of everything, because that's what Halloween is to me. It's a wild, like, oh, you get to stay inside and be all cozy and watch a scary movie, or you get to, be outside and pick pumpkins and pick, apples. Fall is amazing. It could also be it could also be a, autobiographical thing, or a biographical thing of a fun Halloween memory you have, or a fun fall memory you have, something like that. Anything. Writing is fun, and it can be hard, but at the end of the day, if you get in a groove for it, you can really write about anything. So, and it doesn't have to be perfect. If you have grammar issues, I'll probably fix them when I read them. I'm a big English nerd. In high school, humble brag, I guess. In high school, I did 3 years of honors English. I didn't do AP, but I was told I should. I didn't do AP because it sounded like way too much work, which it was, and I'm glad I didn't do it. But then in college, I was in Sigma Tau Delta, which is there's a car honking, which is I believe, honorary English honors society. There's some other stuff on there, but I was in that. I went to like probably 4 or 5 meetings for that. I wasn't able to because my schedule was wacky in college. It was all over the place. I took a Shakespeare class for fun in college because I love Shakespeare. I love reading and acting, writing, all that stuff. So, reading's awesome. Writing's awesome. And I have a voice, and people like that voice, so that's one of the main reasons why I'm doing this too, so people can listen to me talk. Because I don't always have the right words to say, or I don't always know what to say. So if I got some good scripts and good writing, I can read that pretty well, or act it out or whatever. What else is there? Oh, another good place for inspiration that I think of is well, I love Stephen King. Stephen King's a really great author. Of course he's a great author. He's one that I like a lot. I've read a handful of his stories. He's a great place to start. But he's got this thing. It's like the 3 types of horror, or the 3 types of like scary media. I don't know what it's called. If you look up that Stephen King 3 types of horror, you'll find it. And it's like gross out, which is, a head rolling down the stairs, or opening a refrigerator and seeing like a hand. Oh my god, what the heck, that's gross. That's like one stage of horror, is the gross out. Then the second is like I don't know what they're called. I know the first one's the gross out, and then it's like, I think it's like the horror and the terror or something. And the horror is like something very like alien and weird, and it's like you go outside and there's just like a huge bug. It's like a foot long, and you're like, I've never seen a bug that big. I guess that would be more gross out. But I guess I'm trying to think. Yeah, it would be like, what would be this? I don't know what the second type is. I feel bad. No, I guess the second would be like opening your closet and seeing like a giant like monster starting to come out, or looking out your window and seeing a huge eye looking back at you. That would be the second type of horror, something like that. And then the third is like more like existential, like, what is reality? Reality is scary kind of horror. And I think the example they use online all the time is like, you enter your home and you're just like, this is not my home. Something is off. This is not right. This isn't my house. So do with that what you will. That's a little more writing horror advice, scary advice. What else? You could do like, I'm not a huge H.P. Lovecraft guy. I've never really liked him. he's just very, very wordy. I know Stephen King, it's ironic saying I like Stephen King, who's also extremely wordy, but H.P. Lovecraft is like Stephen King, but old-timey, so it's like just more challenging to read, I think. At least from my experience, it's like 2 or 3 pages describing like, oh, it's like a guy just entering a catacomb. Like, why does that need to be 5 pages? So I don't know, but his, that kind of like incomprehensible horrors that's cool. If I got a story like that would be great. Some guy like, playing a board game and like playing Monopoly, but like they break a rule and then a monster comes out. I don't know, some eldritch horror, biblically accurate angel or demon or something. That would be wild. Yeah. Anything. They can be funny, scary. Yeah. I don't know what else to talk about. How was your day? Mine was good. Productive. I had work today. I went grocery shopping. I showered. Pretty good day. I got Oreos. They were on sale. I don't usually buy Oreos, but they were on sale, so I got some. And yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it, actually. Oh, yeah. Duh, I should have put this earlier, but where do you talk about this stuff? If you have questions about this, where do you go? You can go to the comments, and you can ask them there, and I'll make sure to answer them. I'll try to answer all of them. I'll do my damnedest to answer all of them. But if I don't, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'll be on the lookout, and I'll try to answer as many as possible. I really should have put this earlier in the video, but whatever. I already dismissed class. Shoot. Well, you guys getting the extra credit. You'll already know this. So, but yeah, anywhere in the comments you could ask, and I'll make sure to answer as best as I can. And then, or I'll make a text channel in my Discord. I have a Discord. There's a link somewhere below me. You can go to that and chat. There's some cool people there. I try to be active in it. I'm just really dang busy. But yeah, that's a poppin' place. There's people posting stuff maybe once a day there or every other day. But yeah, it's just a cool place to hang out. And yeah, I'll make a channel where people can ask questions specifically about this project. Yeah, Trent's Month of Halloween. That'll be what it's called. Yeah, I already made the email. Trent Month of Halloween. Trent's Month of Halloween. I kind of like Trent Month of Halloween. Like, there's just a grammar error in the title. I might do that. I might just leave it like that. Piss people off. And one other thing that I just thought of. This isn't a competition. It's not like ranked. Like if you're like on the 31st day of Halloween, it doesn't mean you got like the best story or something. Like, no, there's no like ranking for this. If yours isn't included, please don't, take it the wrong way. It's just, I don't know how many I'm going to get, but I'll try to include as many as I can. It's going to be the ones that I really like the most and the ones that I think people are really going to enjoy the most. But if I don't use yours, it doesn't mean it was bad. It doesn't mean that I didn't like it or that it was bad. I just didn't include it. I'll try and include all of them, but just, no hard feelings if I don't use it. If you submit something and I don't use it, well, you wrote a story. If you wrote a whole story and then you submitted it and I didn't use it, you still wrote a whole story, and that's still something awesome. Just don't take it the wrong way. Don't get mad at me, please. I don't like when people are mad at me. But yeah, so it's for fun. This is for fun, and it's to make me really stressed too. So I do stuff, but that's beside the point. Anyway, happy Halloween. It's August 3rd or something. August 4th probably when I post this. I don't know. It's August. It's the beginning of August. Have a happy Halloween early. Get ready to write something spooky or not. It's up to you. I hope people write things, but happy Halloween. Woohoo!